So let's talk about uh, Ascension in Tekken. And when you really start to get good at this game is when you get a recollective of things, that you understand the game better and you understand exactly what you need to work on to even improve further in the game. And when you start stopping launching people in the game, like to do bigger combos and actually work on these things, is when you are going to start to ascend in the game. And things that you should be working to get better at Tekken, uh, being able to take away from throws, it's one of the things. uh, Defense is one of the things that you gonna have to work through the entire game. So this is made by matchups and how you poke certain characters and how you force certain situations against some characters, because some tools do have full range. And most of all will come down to this, finding openings in your opponent. And many people understand Tekken backwards. They say, man, this electric for me is so good, so I'm gonna with that face into do electric, into do the $100 combo and stuff like that. And they ended up thinking that this is cool. I'm gonna go for a health sweep into this big combo right here. But this is not exactly how the game works. This is very thin beginner level Tekken. When you go beyond that is when you start to see how this game is actually played, because launching in Tekken is supposed to be rare. Hello guys, if you're still out there, launching in Tekken is supposed to be rare. Combos in Tekken represent something that not many people are aware of, and this is the one that is getting comboed in Tekken usually made a big mistake. So he opened his ward in three ways. Either they use a move that is launch punishable and they get launched instead. They use a move that is launch punishable on whiff and got launched instead. Or like I like to say it, they were moving too much and got caught up by a launcher midway before they being able to press quartz. This happens in Tekken. So these three ways are the ways that you can get launched in this game, and it represents the big mistakes that people usually do. Did they with a move? Okay, launch. Did they made a move that is launch punishable on block? Okay, launch. But not every launcher in this game is safe like many other fighting games, and this is the beauty of Tekken. If you are trying to launch someone, you are taking a risk. Even electrics do have risk associated with it, which is that if your opponent ducks when you do an electric, the opponent can launch you for it. You trying to put someone in the air, like for example with Dragunov, which he has, right? He has the down forward too, which is like a launch. This move is -12 on block, and you can get punished for it. Of course, you won't get much of a bigger punish, but it can lead to another 50-50 mix up, and this is going to increase damage that your opponent is going to do against you. So the way Nee sees this game and he forces into other players is something that everyone should see the game this way, and I think it's a lot of fun. What this is, so you and your opponent do have like 175 points of health, and the idea is to empty the opponent bar before he empty yours, right? This is general in all game, but in Tekken you do that, or you empty the opponent bar by poking, using lows, which is already taking a risk, or you find a good opening and you launch your opponent. Every character that is in the air in this game cannot escape the combo, so they're gonna have to take all the single hit as a punishment, and this is going to expand, or like I say, this is going to translate itself into a life lead, right? And when you have the life lead against your opponent, now you can dictate the pace of the match. Either you want to keep the pressure on since they are on the wall, in case they are in the wall, or you want to run away from them and let them come to you. This is going to change the outcome of the match and is going to define how you are going to manage the match from there. This is Tekken. So do not think that launching is what is going to save you from this, especially if you are losing, because the main concept that is going to come into someone's head when they are losing is that they're going to have to catch up to the damage that they just lost, so, right? So they always try right after is to use a launch and that is not really the best option, because now if you are the one that already in the life lead and you are really just waiting for them to make a mistake, you can really just, you will be able to narrow it down to what to expect to your opponent. Are they going to use a low for a launch, or are they going to try to do a move that is going to launch me right away so they can pick up in the damage, right? Because this is what is going to manage the risk, and you can actually manage your opponent through that. Do they need to approach? Okay, start poking them out. Try to put them out of the range. Did they whiff something? Okay, let's just start launching them for that, because as I said in the past video, Jin do have intuitive launches, right? Just as the Mishimas. Not many characters can do that, but there is other things that you can do. For example, let's say that your opponent has access to a jab. Even in a jab, right? You can launch a jab, or you can really just do this, right? And even that is going to be big against someone that really just checks. And if he uses something like a launch, you can really just punish it and keep stacking up the damage to the point that is going to empty their lives. So this is how I see Tekken now, and I think it's really interesting, and it got me to play the game a little bit more and explore it by doing a lot less in the game. There was a time I was going, oh man, I'm going to use this setup, I'm going to use that setup. But now I really just poke and run away and try to instigate a reaction from them. And when I see something coming, oh, okay, this is what I was waiting for. Oh, it used the low. I already sidestep blocking, sidestep crouching and blocking lows and launching it and stuff. And even then, it's really fun, it's really cool, and I really do hope that you guys are following through it, because this can lead you to your next level. And I really feel like I'm ascending in this game right now, despite the things that I do have to work on it. And I decided to work on this first, and a lot of things suddenly got a little bit better. My throw scape got slightly better. My warding got a little better because I'm not always moving around trying to look cool with my backdashes. I always, when I move in Tekken now, always do have a purpose. And I noticed that people usually run and wait for me to attack, so I just create a space between them and let's go. If you really want to do this, then let's go. It's something that I do a lot now, and it's working really well. CBM actually uses down back for a lot now, and this conditions players to duck a lot, so he can move freely and open the guard whenever he sees fit. So it's something that everyone out there that is playing Tekken on a certain level is actually pulling themselves up to the next level of Ascension. So I really do hope that you are doing this too. So see you guys on the next video.